This week, the markets dealt with more trade issues, more retail earnings, and a $570 million fine to fight the opioid crisis. Thanks for checking out the Silver Reports Weekly Review, where we take a look at all of the headlines that moved the markets during the week. On Monday, the markets rebounded from Friday's massive sell-off. The Dow closed up 269 points, the S&P closed up 31 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 101 points. Investors were either optimistic about a trade resolution between the US and China or felt stock prices were a bargain after Friday's sell-off. The big news of the day came out of Oklahoma, where a judge ruled that Johnson & Johnson did contribute to the opioid crisis and ordered the drug maker to pay $572 million to help deal with the opioid issue. Johnson & Johnson was up on the news. On Tuesday, the markets traded lower as recession fears heightened. The Dow was up as much as 155 points during the day, but did close down on the day. The Dow closed down 120 points, the S&P closed down 9 points, and the Nasdaq closed down 26 points. In news not related to recessions or economic slowdowns, Peloton, the maker of high-tech exercise equipment, filed for an IPO. The company is looking to raise $500 million. Papa John's named former Arby's president Rob Lynch as its new CEO. And in earnings news, Autodesk reported a top and bottom line beat. The company beat EPS estimates by 4 cents and revenue estimates by $8.8 million. On Wednesday, investors put trade war worries aside and continued to buy stocks. The Dow closed up 258 points, the S&P closed up 18 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 29 points. In earnings news, Box beat EPS estimates by a penny and revenue estimates by $3 million. Five Below reported an EPS of 50 cents, which was in line with analyst estimates. The company missed on revenue estimates by $3.7 million. And Tiffany beat EPS estimates by 7 cents, but missed revenue estimates by $10 million. On Thursday, the Dow closed up 326 points, the S&P closed up 36 points, and the Nasdaq closed up 116 points. The markets rallied after China suggested that they would not retaliate against the Trump administration's most recent tariff increases. In earnings news, Ambarella reported an EPS beat by 19 cents and a revenue estimate beat by $4 million. Best Buy missed revenue estimates by $10 million and EPS estimates by 10 cents. Ulta Beauty missed EPS estimates by 8 cents and revenue estimates by $10 million. Dollar Tree beat revenue estimates by $20 million and EPS estimates by a penny, and Dollar General beat EPS estimates by 17 cents and revenue estimates by $90 million. On Friday, the market started off hot but cooled off in the afternoon, closing mixed to close out August. The Dow closed up 41 points, the S&P closed up a point, and the Nasdaq closed down 10 points. The 15% tariffs scheduled to hit selected Chinese goods this Sunday played a role in pulling the markets down, as well as Ulta Beauty, which fell 29% following its earnings on Thursday. Overall, the S&P, Dow, and Nasdaq closed up for the week, but all three markets ended August lower than they began the month. In earnings news, Big Lots reported an EPS beat by 13 cents, and revenue of $1.2 billion was in line with analyst estimates. And Campbell Soup beat EPS estimates by 9 cents and revenue estimates by $40 million. In crypto news, Bitcoin continues to trade lower and back towards that $9,000 level of support. Bitcoin was trading at $9,623 at the time of this recording. Ethereum was trading at $169.05. Litecoin was trading at $65.46, right around that support level from late April. And Ripple was trading at 25 cents, a level it last traded at around this time last year. Crude oil closed out the week at $55.16 per barrel, up from last week's close. A big winner for the week, Caleres Incorporated, which increased by 35% on the week. A big loser for the week, Constellation Alpha Capital, CNAC, which declined by 62% on the week. Just a reminder, a link to sign up for our weekend article in Focus is in the description below. Also, any headlines you want to read more about, the link to the full story is also in the description below. Thanks again for checking out the Silver Reports Market Review. This channel is dedicated to anyone who wants to start investing but doesn't know how or where to start. If you have any questions, ask in the comments section, like and subscribe, and may your next investment be your best investment. See you next week.